Okay, so before I start talking about Windows 10, what I will explain to you is that my computer, which I just got brand new, a Hewlett-Packard Envy that I got from Micro Center, and I had them do the upgrades to GeForce Titan X 12 gigabyte GDDR5. This will be running DirectX 12 on my new computer. Now, one of the problems that I have with this card is that all of the connections to it are different. There's only one display port, there's only one DVDI or DVI-D, there's only one HDMI, and the problem is you end up with 4 different connections instead of being able to plug in like 2 DVI-Ds or 3 DVI-Ds or even 4 DVI-Ds and one HDMI. So every single connection on this card is different, which kind of annoys me. I had to buy extra cables in order to run it. And then when I got home, I set everything up on Windows 7. And once Windows 7 was finished and I finished installing Windows Media Player, iTunes, Google Chrome, etc., that's when I used a link to direct me to the 64 giga, or what was it, the 64-bit version of Windows 10. So I'm going to include the link to that Windows 10 so that this way you can download it directly if you have a registered licensed version of Windows 7, Windows 8, or Windows 8.1. With that link, all you got to do is click it and download the installer, and it'll take care of the rest for you. As Windows 10 installs itself into my computer, it just lets you know that the computer's going to restart itself a bunch of times once everything's done. You know, right now it's copying files 83%, and once everything's done, it'll let you know by coming on and staying. This is an older HP 15-inch laptop, and the problem is this CPU isn't extremely fast. I think it was only like 1 gigahertz or something. So everything from Windows 8.1 works very slowly on this computer, wherein if you use Windows 7 or if you had like Windows Vista or Windows XP, whatever, if you used an older Windows version, it would work very, very quickly. So I'm running the Windows 10 setup on this, and while I'm doing that, my main computer has finished, and it is waiting for me to start her up. So it says get going fast, change these anytime, express settings. Use express settings, why not? Photos, videos, new apps, blah, blah, blah. I'll figure all that out later. And finalize your settings. Okay, so it is finalizing the settings. And it tells me, hi. We're setting things up for you. So as soon as everything is ready, then I'll continue. Okay, so starting the upgrade procedure is extremely simple. You just push upgrade this PC now. And it goes to progress is 0%. It's going to go to 100, and then it's going to start to install itself. Now, this is Windows 10. Weather bugs started up as soon as I got on. I'll probably have to do something about that. I don't need to know the weather that bad. I got an Apple Watch. So anyway, the first thing I found out, I hadn't read anything about Windows 10, was the fact that right here, your start button, by left clicking, you get pretty much what you expect to get if you were in Windows XP, 7, Vista, or just about any of the older Windows from 98 on backwards. The beauty about this is anybody who remembers how it used to work will automatically know that if they left click here, they can have access to the power button so that they can restart, shut down, or sleep. Right away, I'm happy. I don't know how well the thing runs yet, but I already know I've got enough hardware to run the damn thing. So, they wanted to keep the File Explorer button, obviously, so File Explorer still grants you access to your desktop and your pictures and this, that, and other. Where it says HP 128 gigabyte, that's because I have a flash drive, and I'd use that to transfer my music, videos, downloads. All of your files are in your File Explorer. So, what else? Settings. Settings tells you easily your network and internet modes, proxy servers, VPNs, etc., etc. anything that's plugged up to it, devices, Bluetooth printers, this, that, and other, the system settings, your accounts, user accounts, etc., etc. So basically, it's kind of like your control panel. Now, it looks like I don't see control panel here, so I guess instead of it being called control panel, it now became settings. So, if I push the Windows button on the keyboard, that menu comes up. It looks like the Metro interface, it seems like the Metro interface is gone, or that they took it and they squeezed it onto the side and they made it horizontal, or vertical instead of horizontal. So you have quick access to your Hotmail, your calendar, Microsoft Edge, your photos, search, blah, 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 blah. And this has its own weather. So the thing about it is I really don't need WeatherBug. WeatherBug was downloaded when I downloaded FrostWire right here. And I see that my computer got a new icon, so that now it looks like they're trying to stress all-in-one devices, because, you know, as time goes on, they're trying to make it look better. And we have a task view. I don't know what that is. Oh, okay, so task view. Now, keep in mind I have 3 monitors out of 4 running. So you got task view, shows that WeatherBug is still running. That's nice. Okay. My favorite site, Game Revolution, basically shows you a easy, quick guide to whether or not you should upgrade to Windows 10. And basically what they talk about is the DirectX 12 connections and the Xbox One connections. So basically, by upgrading to Windows 10, you have access to DirectX 12. Microsoft pretty much makes it certain that if you're going to have access to the newest features, like the newest Internet Explorer and this, that, and other, that you pretty much have to upgrade. One thing also worth mentioning is the Internet Explorer. Notice how they've put the URL address bar right back where it was supposed to be. I don't know what retard took this and put it on the bottom for Windows 8 and 8.1, but I just hope that that person never ever finds work again, because there's always the possibility that that moron could ruin another operating system. So in any event, the URL button is back. It looks like the non-essential features have been hidden. So, you know, anything that I would normally look for, like right now, that's the share button up here, and the share button allows you, it says PC gamers, a look at whether you don't have any apps. All right, if you have apps, then the apps can help you share things, like if you're going to share to mail accounts, or if you want a quickie send to Facebook or Twitter. Okay, so far so good. And they have easy, simple identification of the zoom button, 100% zoom. They have quickie identification of the print button. So like if I connect to HP Print, basically, if you notice, I have 2 printers. I have the 4630 set up, and that's an all-in-one printer, scanner, fax, and then I have the 4500, which is only a printer and scanner. And because their Wi-Fi is turned on, I'm not directly connected to them. So pretty much it looks like they've gone for simplicity, and thus far have nothing bad to say thus far. So ultimately what's going to matter is how well this thing runs with my GPU. Now, as far as GPUs go, this is supposed to have special benefits in the GeForce 900, 800, 700, and 500 cards. Okay, and then obviously there's this Xbox setup. And there's an Xbox app, it says. Okay, so I have to put that together so that I can stream games back and forth. But I'll probably do that when we have the keyboard mouse support, which is in the next Xbox update. They should have done that a long time ago, because there's no reason why the PS4 or the Xbox couldn't have been basically keyboard and mouse capable desktops in and of themselves. You should be able to print off of those things, especially with, you know, basic, internet browsing and printing. So for right now, that's it. And once again, I'm going to post the link for those of you who didn't get the auto updater, which was supposed to download Windows 10. I got tired of waiting for it. I just didn't feel like waiting for it. So I decided to do the direct upgrade myself. Strangely enough, Microsoft wasn't showing the direct upgrade link. But, you know, fortunately, because you watch my channel, If you haven't already gotten it, I'm going to make sure you got it. So, thus far, everything's looking good, nice and pretty thus far. Now, if you hit the settings button and you go to update and security automatically shows you the Windows updates that are available, and they automatically start downloading. You can obviously set your system up so that it will automatically update, or you can have the system turn on. You know, if you want to schedule a restart and whatnot, you can have it turn on and do updates on a weekly basis. You could do them at 2 o'clock in the morning. I had mine set up like that at one point. So give me update for other Microsoft products. And you can also defer upgrades, which obviously you don't want to do. View your update history. That's nice. Choose how updates are delivered. Okay, so they pretty much, in settings, they've pretty much made this very, very straightforward. Now, keep in mind, Windows 10 also has its activation system because they want everybody to download it. The thing about it is if you didn't have a legal version or a licensed version of Windows 7, 8, or 8.1, they're going to make you pay them when you try to use it. So that means that Microsoft 10 Home is $119 and Microsoft 10 Pro, which is what I'm using, is $199. So it really depends what version you're upgrading from. And let's see, other than that, I mean, you know, system so far looks good. They got maps, sticky notes, calculator. They also have get started tours just in case you don't know what you're doing. But so far it feels nice and smooth. And I mean, it really felt nice and smooth when it was Windows 7 on this computer. But my question, which I'm going to show you, is how smooth and nice will Windows 10 feel on this laptop, which had horrible response time and horrible boot and unboot and shutdown times. How will Windows 10 feel on a lower end computer? This computer, I believe, has, well, let's look at the system. Let's look at the system information. This computer is a Windows 8.1 and it only has 4 gigabytes of RAM. It is the 64-bit operating system, and it has one of those low-end shitty AMD Radeon graphics, 1 gigahertz CPUs, and that's the reason why it's a bit so it's really slow. And I'm hoping Windows 10 will change that and make it not slow anymore. So we're gonna find out. Now, I keep a folder of pictures that are memes so that I can use them whenever I need them, like when I'm arguing with somebody on Facebook. The first instance where I've noticed the word Cortana used, Cortana is like a voice assistant similar to Siri, which Microsoft is trying to make and advertise to be better than Siri, which I really don't think they're going to be able to do that, since Apple's technology just works so much better on whatever Apple platform you're using it on. But in any event, it says Cortana will assist you. You can find your device if you lose it, and your files and settings will sync automatically. So basically it says we'll need your current Windows password one last time to make sure it's really you, which is odd because if I just put this shit in a minute ago, why would you need me to put it in a second time? But fine, whatever. So you put that in there. Oh, it says you screwed up. Oh, okay, that's my, okay, so now that I put this in, let's see what it wants to do next. Because so as you can see, this is my meme folder, and I have so it wants to set up OneDrive. My meme folder is filled with hilarious memes that I've stolen from people on Facebook, and, you know, pictures of me that I forgot to put in an album. And basically I use these as soon as somebody says something that I disagree with. So, it's always good to keep yourself a meme folder. Right. So, if you have an Xbox One, you'll definitely want to go to the App Store button that you find at the bottom of your screen. And once you get to that, you're going to want to go to Xbox One Smart Glass, and you're going to want to download your Smart Glass. And basically, it's a free app, so all I got to do is push install. And I really actually like Smart Glass because the Smart Glass app that I have on my iPhone allows me to use the iPhone as an Xbox One media remote controller. And it also allows me to get messages from losers who I beat the crap out of on Mortal Kombat X. And I remember Battlefield 4 used to allow you to use maps on it, like top-down view maps and everything, but that really didn't catch on that much. So really you use it for messaging. The television guide on it, the One Guide, is a pretty good TV guide. The only problem is it's a little bit slow, and if I'm not mistaken, from the One Guide, you can't tell the Xbox that you want it to jump to certain programs at specific times. My Verizon Fios box allows you to do that, but as far as I can tell, the OneDrive app doesn't allow you to do that. So, you know, that's something that maybe they should consider putting in. But what I am happy is that from wherever I am in the world, if I log into Smart Glass, I can force my Xbox to download a program even if I'm in another country and far, far, far away from it, because it's in the always on mode. So it will automatically get the command and it'll start downloading, which is something that I always wanted from the moment I got the Xbox One. I'm really glad that I can do it from work. So this is the open button, obviously. And you just sign into your Smart Glass and whatnot by signing into your Microsoft account. So once you're signed in, it searches the console on your network, Xbox One, you tell it to connect automatically. And once you're in, you're in. So basically you see your friends online, your achievements, etc., etc. Most of you already know about this, so I'm not going to waste too much time on this, but I am anxious to show you what it's like to play computer games using your Xbox One as a media streamer. So I'll end up getting back to that eventually. Okay, so the Windows 8 upgrade on a Windows 8.1 system should go slightly easier than the Windows upgrade on a Windows 7 system. So this laptop is still putting together all of the installation files and whatnot, and it's getting ready to upgrade itself. I haven't even really been using this thing that long, but from what I've been seeing, I'm actually quite happy with Windows 10, and a survey popped up. It says, how satisfied were you with the experience? I'll say very satisfied. What can we do to make it better? Add a direct URL that everyone can easily see. Okay, and that's it. We'll use your feedback to improve your experience. Oh, thank you. It took a long time to install all of the software, and now it's getting to the upgrade portion, and it says it's 2% copied, so this can be a long process depending upon how fast your CPU is. So hopefully this part will go a little bit faster. I'm about an hour and possibly an hour and a half in from the time that I actually push the update button. I'm going to do the same speed test I did earlier, but I'm going to do it now that I'm wired into Ethernet. So the test begins, Verizon Fios, New York City. There's a huge difference between Ethernet and Wi-Fi. Before it was only in the 20s, now it's in the high 50s. This is the download speed. The upload speed should probably be about half that, but it may surprise me. Yeah, okay. So the upload speed is slightly lower than download speed, but it's still pretty damn strong. For those of you who have Verizon Fios and they're trying to get you to get the super speed internet, you really do not need it. You might want to get the wireless AC router, but you damn sure do not need anything higher than the basic speed on the system. The downside about these budget laptops, especially the ones that they sell at Walmart, is if you don't get higher than a 1 gigahertz CPU, you're basically in for a slow experience no matter which operating system you're using. The only exception is kind of if you have Windows 7. The only thing about it is these computers were sold with Windows 8 or 8.1, and because of that, it left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths who went and tried to get a laptop for $300 or less, and they, had to deal with slow startup times, slow shutdown times, and relatively slow internet. So hopefully things work a little bit better once things get going. It took this computer possibly 3 times as long as it took my desktop to update itself. So basically, I guess the question is, we can see how well the internet works on it and how well it shuts down and reboots. But it took a long time. It's 12:34, and I think I had started this process somewhere around 9, so it took a long time to get this thing rolling. And it seems that it's not even ready to be used yet. Okay, so it's like it's irresponsive to certain button pushes. But one thing I am happy about is that using Google Chrome at this point is an option, because it seems that they fixed whatever was wrong with Internet Explorer. I mean, that's kind of embarrassing that Internet Explorer wasn't working very well on a Windows computer for such a long time. That really should be embarrassing to Microsoft. But it looks like, from what I've already seen, they've fixed a lot of the problems with Internet Explorer. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at Yahoo Mail, see how well the internet loads. Okay. No, but it'll probably take a couple of days to really break this computer in and to figure out just how subscription expired. Uninstall. Yeah, I like using the Windows Defender instead of using all of these side antivirus programs. So yeah, I'll uninstall this. Because the antivirus programs, when you run those on a low-end processor, what ends up happening is you use a lot of system memory and resources when you need it the most. And that's not a good thing. So, thus far, my experience with Windows XP, or I should say, Windows XP has been good, Windows Vista has been good to me, Windows 7's been good to me. The only one that I've had a problem with was Windows 8. And now that we're up to Windows 10, I feel a lot better about the Windows experience in general. And I can't wait to break into some of those online gaming new abilities that you get with the Xbox system. And basically, I'm going to also upgrade my WinBook tablet eventually, as soon as I get the chance. As you can see, this is still a bit slow, so hopefully when I restart the system, hopefully I can maybe get a little bit more speed out of it. But it's 4 gigabytes of RAM, which is not enough. I really think you need a minimum of 8. They allow you to have a minimum of 4, but I really think you need a dual-core processor and a minimum of 8. Anything lower than that, and basically you're wasting money. But this computer was was less than $300. So it's no major loss, and I've had it for a little over a year, I think. But you know what? I'm gonna make probably a third Windows 10 video, to talk about the features of Xbox over Windows 10. And as you can see, I'm clicking, and it's taking a long time to respond. So I'm going to give it a good restart, and I'll see how it acts after it installs any more updates that may be waiting to be installed.